Hello everybody, happy Monday. Welcome back to the All About Favor channel. I am your host, Pastor KZ, Tampa, Florida. I told you last week that I had you. Some of you were in your feelings even after I said it. Do you all realize I got emails over the weekend saying you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You didn't represent Tampa. Okay, University of South Florida. I am an alum. Here you go, South Florida Bulls building their new stadium. Thank you all the alumni people who continue to contribute to that cause. We'll have our own stadium soon for the Bulls. So again, I'm representing more of Florida this week, I think. More Florida. At least a couple days anyway. But thank you for watching. Today's topic is sometimes you have to disconnect in order to reconnect. Let me say that a different way. Sometimes you got to disconnect. You know, that's like pull the cord, pull the plug on something, cut the cord, disconnect in order to reconnect. Somebody need to get plugged into something again. You need to change that socket out and plug into something else. You've been plugged into the wrong thing. So it's time for you to disconnect from that so you can reconnect. What I'm saying today is there are times when you've got to cut off and detox so that you can recharge. Anybody has done ever did a detox before? That is when you're clearing your body of all toxins and waste, meaning you getting rid of some things that you don't need. You getting rid of some things that need to be gone. As I stated on last week and touched upon, the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I'm going to end this month with talking a little bit about mental health. And I'm going to give some topics about that. And one of the things that is a mental health issue is that people don't know how to disconnect. They stay plugged in far too long, and it causes different type of problem. Y'all, stress is a problem. It's so many people walking around with anxiety and stress. And it's because they haven't disconnected and unplugged from things. So this is the time now for you to start taking an inventory of yourself, doing an evaluation and deciding that it's time for me to disconnect so that I can reconnect and get recharged. Do a reboot, as I said last week. And if that means you got to get rid of certain habits, you got to do that. If it means you've got to stop going certain places, you've got to do that. Some of you are letting little things that even don't even concern you stress you out. You have got to remove yourself from your children's problems, especially if they're grown. Some of you, it's okay to help, but some of you go overboard. Because as long as you're there, you're not encouraging them. It's time for you to stand on your own now. It's time for you to move forward with your life. It's time for you to grow up, and because you're going to have to experience some things just as me and your daddy did. Somebody got to do that. Grandparents, some of you still dealing with your grown grandchildren, and it's time to let them go, let them lead their life. One of the best things we can do for people is to disconnect them so they can reconnect and grow. The same way we had to at some point be let go by our parents. Like the scripture talks about, the eagle unstirred his nest. The eagle stirred his nest because it was time for the baby eagles to learn how to fly. As long as mama and daddy eagles running out getting food every day, bringing to the nest, and these little jokers getting bigger and bigger and bigger, daddy had to step in and say, no, boy, it's time for you little baby eagles to learn how to feed yourself. So what mama gonna do is get in here and we're gonna tear this here nest up. In other words, that might mean for some of you, you know what? Tell your husband, babe, we're going to take the beds down. No, we ain't going to have no air mattress accessible. We taking the beds down. You can make that your man cave, and I'm going to make this my she shed. So sometime what you're doing is not well, I know. Let me pause. I hear some people right now. I ain't never telling my children they can't come to my. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not going to throw away my grandchildren. Don't you let nobody tell you, girl, to throw away your family. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you need to disconnect so you can reconnect, because you are too involved in grown people stuff that don't concern you. Some of you getting in your feelings right now because you have able-bodied adults that you still literally taking care of, and there is no excuse. They're not sick. They don't have a disability where they cannot work, and they're just laying up on you. That is what I'm talking about. I never once said throw your family out, throw your children away, don't help your children, don't help your grandchildren. What I'm saying is at some point, helping them is hurting them, because they ain't gonna never go get a job as long as they know granny and grandma and Muddia and Mima gonna take care of them. They never gonna get a job as long as they keep going over there and mama gonna keep going in her purse giving them money. They never gonna do any better. At some point, you've got to learn how to teach them how to go and fish for themselves rather than keep coming to you. That's all I'm saying, because apparently I'm getting emails where some of you are saying you're just so tired of being the caretaker all the time. You're tired of always being the one everybody run to. Do they think I'm a bank? Yeah, they think you a bank. Yeah. Every time they go to the bank, what do the bank do? Go in their purse and give them something. The bank never says no. At some point, you have got to help yourself, and you've got to let some people go and some things go, because apparently it's stressing you out, and you have this hidden stress, and now you're building up resentment. I'm just so sick of them. Of course you're sick of them. They don't know that, though. What are you saying, woman of God? I'm saying they don't know that because you haven't spoken up. You haven't said, look, I'm tired of this here. Something got to change here. That's what I'm saying. You've been carrying around too much unnecessary waste, and it's just too much for you. Some of you are at your breaking point, and I'm urging you to stop it. Lay down the law and lay down other people's stuff. Go back and watch one of my videos I did months and months ago, which I'll revisit again. But you've got to get out of other people's stuff and deal with right here what you can handle, your stuff. You're carrying too much baggage, too much weight, and it's not your weight. It's other people's stuff, other people's problems. You're overloaded with things. That's all I'm saying. And your life is cluttered. Your mind is cluttered with other people's stuff and mess, and it's draining your energy. Some of you, it's just time to stop trying to hold on to those children. Listen, he's 45. She's 60. At some point, you've got to tell them, baby, mama loves you, grandma loves you, but I can't do nothing for you right now. At some point, you've got to know what's draining your energy, what's just taking everything out of you. I know it's hard to please everybody, but it's time that you make room for yourself. We don't know how much time we have on this side, but you've got to have some time for yourself. You've got to have something that you enjoy. Stop seeking approval from people and live your life. God created you with a purpose, and you're not walking in your purpose as long as you fill with waste. So all I'm saying is get yourself focused. Find your balance. Prioritize your peace. Disconnect so that you can reconnect. It'll get better. Things will work out. You will see. Sometime when you let a person go and when you disconnect from something and get plugged into something else, watch how things turn around and watch how happy you become. And guess what? You will have helped someone just by empowering them to go help themselves. Don't leave your children, your grown children here, emotional cripples. Don't make your grandchildren emotional cripples. All I'm saying, you better disconnect and get rebooted and get rid of some toxic waste. You'll see how much better you'll feel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, comment, like, and share the video with other people. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the video. Hit the thumbs up. Don't forget, thumbs up always. Send me some hearts, and please make some comments. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'll see you back tomorrow. University of South Florida, Tampa, Florida. I represent it. Don't worry, Orlando. I got you.